So the debate on whether schools should be reopened is still on, and we've had varied opinions. Some saying that they are ready to observe all safety protocols and so schools can reopen. Now, others are also saying that it is going to be a major challenge handling children in this era, making sure that they are able to observe all the safety protocols. Today on the Citi Newsroom, we are on the streets of Accra to find out from schools and also from the teacher unions whether the schools can reopen. Now, currently, I am here at the Harlem Ridge International School at the Accra New Town. I am in a classroom, and this is how it looks like. So, in this class, we have 23 desks and chairs, and this is a typical classroom on a normal day. Now, how easy is social distancing going to be, looking at how chairs are arranged here and the space itself? Is it practical? Can it be done? We are here to find out. So let's get a thought of the co-proprietor of the school, Mr. Ajete, on whether the schools are ready to be opened. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you very much.
Right, Mr. Ajete, so tell me, you are always here. You know the number of children here. Can you tell us how many pupils you have here?
We are around 300.
Okay, 300. Right. So what do you think? You know how coronavirus is and all the safety protocols that we have to observe. You know your children very well. Do you think that schools should be reopened?
At the moment, I don't think so.
Why?
Yeah, because looking at the way the number is going up in Accra here, especially in Ayawaso territories, we think that the reopening should delay a little to enable the nurses and the doctors who are working on this virus pick more people out of the system. Yeah, because our children, they move around. When you are in Zongo territory, they move around. And in the school too, you can't control the way they do their things. Actually, we have some sink around where always they wash their hands before this coronavirus came in. Yeah, we think the way even our classrooms are, you can't do this spacing. Yeah, so we think that if the reopening will delay a little, it will help all of us and the children, because the safety of the children is more paramount to whatever we do.
So how long do you think we can wait before the schools are reopened?
All right, we are hoping that by September things should get better for us to reopen. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Mr. Ajete, thank you very much.
Oh, it's a pleasure. You're welcome. Okay.
Right, so you heard Mr. Ajete is a co-proprietor, and he tells me that the schools must wait before reopening because, as he states, it's going to be very difficult observing all the safety protocols. You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. So the debate is still on, and should schools be reopened? Should they still be closed? Can we handle the children? Should the ban on public gathering, which affects schools, be lifted? Right, so I'm here at Liberty American School, and let me get the thoughts of the principal, what she makes of all these. Hello. Hi.
Fine, thank you.
Right, so your name is?
I'm Dr. Candice Larwe-Marti.
Okay, Doc, and you are the principal?
Yes, I'm the principal of Liberty American School.
Great. Right, so we are looking at, the ban on public gathering also affects schools, so we can't have our schools, and schools have been closed for some time now. The ban actually expires at the end of the month, 31st May, and there's been a whole lot of discussion. Should schools be reopened? Can we handle the children? Others also believe that, well, coronavirus is here. We have to adjust and live with it. You are a principal. You handle children. What are your thoughts?
It's not one size fits all. It depends on the school itself. It depends on enrollment, the ages. It depends on the systems, the methods that you will use to teach, and the facilities that you have in place. So a school like this, that is a very modern campus with small classroom size. We're much more able to handle proper protocol, hand washing, social distancing compared to a school with 70 per class.
Okay, so can we take a look around? So if you talk about a school like this, let's see how a school like this looks like.
So this class is for elementary, it's for first grade.
Okay.
So as you can see, now their desks are together, but the classroom we have is big enough that they can easily be spread out. They can easily be facing the same direction. I know that's something that the US has talked about. Students shouldn't be facing each other, which is understandable.
Okay, so how many students do you have in this class?
I believe we have 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what was the student population of the school?
Right now, I believe we're at 102. That includes infants. Yeah.
Right, so yours is understandable. You know, you don't have a large student population to deal with, and so it's doable. But then, you know how children behave. So if you are looking at other schools, you know, those who have bigger population and all, how do we do this?
For those with larger populations, you would have to do a system where some come at one time and some come at another time. I know they've discussed that for now, like a dual track kind of system. For students of this age, in most schools, there are 30, 40, up to 70 per class. They're sitting 3 in a row. They would need to be sitting 1 by 1, which means that one class would have to be split into 3. We've just learned that there are a lot of teachers who've been laid off. Why not employ them to add these extra classes? I know some of the timetables may be shifted, but when we look at, is it more beneficial for them to be home? Or is it more beneficial for them to come 7 o'clock a.m., the next group comes 12 o'clock, the next group comes 3 o'clock? Yes, it's shifting their schedule a bit, but it's more beneficial for them to be in a learning environment.
So what do you think now? Should schools be opened? Should they not be opened?
As a whole, no. They would need to do very specific resumption. They would need to do final year students. They would need to do schools under 100 students, or they would need to do ages. So maybe from 5 years and below is out. Okay. So they can't just say schools are open. For that one, it's not feasible for most schools.
All right, thank you very much, Doc.
Thank you too.
So I've been talking to the principal of Liberty American School. So let's now get the thoughts of the Ghana National Council of Private Schools, that's Enoch Jetua, on what they make of whether schools should be reopened or just wait.
We are of the view that, one, we should bring in what we call the shift system. The shift system will definitely, let's say, divide the numbers. So supposing a class is to 70, when we divide it by 2, you're going to get 35. So the number, there will be space enough to observe those distancing protocols. Obviously, where the population is dense, there you see that the numbers keeps on, let's say, uprising. And for that matter, where the population is dense, you are talking about Greater Accra, Ashanti region, and other science, the data can show. So those areas, we can blend the online and then the face-to-face. But when you go to the rural areas, where the distances is already there, the schools are not having population. The population is not all that severe. Because you can go to a school in some of the, let's say, Ahafo, and let's say, the exterior communities, you will observe that within the total population of the school is 20, let's say 125, starting from class 1 to JHS. So you can imagine the number of students that will be in one class, at least 15, 16, and so. So within these classes, we can still have the social distances, and they can observe the, let's say, the full fledged of from morning to the evening. So it is time for us to think holistically, rather than stampeding the government that we will not allow you to open school, and you yourself will not come out with any pragmatic measures. When you, let's say, do that, then you are rather causing harm to the state.